13th of February to today, the 18th. And if we look at the description here, I just wanted to point out essentially that I did withdraw money. I withdrew $2,000 from the account. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week number 7 of what I like to call my 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5. It's yet another volatile week with a lot of the tension really happening with the Russia-Ukraine-US situation. But I am happy to say that I was able to get out positive this week. And a lot of that was mainly because I was able to go back to really trading small. The most I traded for the week was 12 contracts, but it was mostly pretty much 6 contracts per trade. So what I'm showing here is an hourly chart for the entire week, and we did a total of 7 trades. And I'm just gonna put the lines here just to basically show you what was going on. On this first trade here, it was pretty much 6 contracts that I was bullish on, and that gave us a net profit of just $65.86. And then trade number 2 here is 6 contracts again where I shorted, and that was a net profit of $116.86, followed by another short on that same day, really during my lunch hour, and that was a net profit of $155.86. And you can see a little link above of that short that I have, or I made a YouTube short. Trade number 4 here, I was bullish. Did this, my usual trade in the evening, placed my OCO, and this was a net profit of $276.36. So I'm glad the OCO worked out because it definitely dumped a lot after that, and I'm glad I protected myself. On our trade number 5 here, you can't really see that circle that I have there, but I'll do an analysis on it. Was pretty much a loss. I did go long on this during my lunch hour, and it was a loss of $119.14. And since it was such a horrible dump, it was pretty much 600 points in the Dow Jones Industrial Average right when the Asian markets opened at about 5:30 or so. You see this jump up right here, so I wanted to capitalize on that. So I went long for 6 contracts, and that's a net profit of $250.36. And finally today, Friday, ended it with up to 12 contracts on this one, and that gave us a net profit of $395.72. Here I'm gonna show 2 different trades, and these are essentially pretty much trade number 5, where I had a loss of $119.14, and trade number 6 here, a lot longer, and that was a net profit of $250.36. So really wanted to show you what I did here. Pretty much, if we look at the time-based side here, I went long. I think it was pretty much a good entry actually. Crossover occurred there. Yes, we're below the 0 line. Stochastic RSI on the overbought. So those are what I look for when I go long on a position. Now looking at the tick-based side, it's an agreement also, right? So overbought on the stochastic RSI and pretty much starting to diverge. So with this one, I actually had a net profit of close to $200. I placed my OCO. I just, obviously this was during my lunch hour, didn't have much time to really watch it, and pretty much, it got away from me, and we ended up losing money, but that's okay because I had my OCO, and that's what pretty much protected me. So I'm quite happy with that trade. And then the next one though I sort of want to talk about is, for that day, it was one of the worst days for the Dow Jones Industrial Average for 2022. And I put an asterisk on that because it dropped 600 points from what it opened at and what it closed at for the day, so it made it the worst day, right? But in reality, if you've been trading this entire 2022, you know that we've had a delta of almost 1,300 points in just one day. So definitely not the worst day. It just looks bad on paper because that's all subjective, right, on when it opens and closes. But anyway, I wanted to take advantage of that. So essentially, right when the market opened again at around 3 p.m. Pacific Coast, I normally don't take an entry until when all the Asian markets are open. So that's around 5:30 p.m. in the Pacific Coast. But I decided to do so with this one. I did go long, overbought on stochastic RSI, a slight divergence there. And then if you look on the tick-based side, it was pretty much what I was seeing here, that I was having some confidence with entering. Now it was a bit 50-50 only because it wasn't really a strong signal that I was seeing, but I was hoping to pretty much, psychologically, right? When you see a big drop, a lot of people either want to buy or maybe stay away because you might drop some more. But most people will, they'll see it as a sale and they want to buy. And I was following the news a bit on that one, and I think this was the day that was either there was a bit of a ease on the Ukraine and U.S. issue, or this was the day when there was a stopgap in the U.S. government, so it was funded and it was extended. So you can see that pop right there. So you see this big candle that happened right at 5:30, and when that occurred, of course, I tightened my OCO a bit, and we were able to get out. And with this trade, it was a net profit of $250.36. So what I'm showing here is week number 7, which I decided to do a trade analysis on. And basically, if you've been following my journey for 2022, you know that I haven't done this in a while because I've pretty much been stuck the past few weeks. But this week, I can finally go back to my comfort zone and trade basically smaller contracts and go in and out a lot quicker. So for this trade here, if you're new to seeing this, on the left I have a time-based chart, so 5-minute candles, and then on the right is a tick-based chart where it's a 512 tick per trade. And basically I had 12 contracts here that I went long. I actually did a batch of 6 followed by another 6. And the reason that I was bullish on this one was because stochastic RSI was on the overbought side. A crossover had occurred, so I was seeing a bit of a divergence. Yes, we were below the zero line, so it's a bit of a risk. But when I looked on the tick base on the right, I had a bit more confidence because it was pretty much close to crossing that zero line. So divergence there on the MACD, and of course everything is in agreement where the stochastic RSI was also overbought. So you can see, did 12 contracts there. This is about a 5, 10, 25-minute trade, and we had a net profit of $395.72. And you can see I just drew the lines of where I entered. So I entered here at 33,992 and exited at 34,065. So 65 plus 8, that's essentially 73 points. It was a nice run. What I like is, I placed my OCO, I protected myself, and that's why I was stopped out here. Yes, I had a bit of FOMO because I missed out on another 150 points or so, but it could have gone the other way. So really, I'm trying to go back to my basics and learning to do my risk management. So quite happy with how this trade turned out, because hey, if you zoomed out, you'll see that it became quite crazy after that. So it's really good to just focus on the time that you were trading. So I'm recording this February 18th, it's about 7:16 p.m. Pacific Coast. And now I'm showing the account statement. You can see it's a lot longer now because I'm trading a bit more contracts. And for this one, we're going from Sunday, the 13th of February, to today, the 18th. And if we look at the description here, I just wanted to point out essentially that I did withdraw money. I withdrew $2,000 from the account. So what that means is I'll add that number to our ending cash. And if we look at the rest of the description, you saw that I had no mark to market. So it was a nice, clean, more controlled way of trading this week, which I am quite happy with. So we'll bring the calculator back. So again, our ending cash, we're going to add $2,000 to it because we withdrew money. So our ending cash here was $21,163.42, but we did withdraw $2,000, so we'll add that in there. And then we'll subtract with our starting cash, which was $22,021.54, and that gave us happily, another 4-figure week where our net profit is $1,141.88. So hourly in the US, so divide that by a 40-hour week, that is an hourly rate of $28.55. And then just the statistic that I like, as I always mention every week, this is how you should really measure your success, is our percentage. So $1,141.88, and divided that by our starting cash of $22,021.54, multiplied by 100, and that gave us a hourly, my bad, that gave us a percentage of 5.19%. So again, my reach goal is usually 10%, but I am super happy with just hitting about 5% every week and letting that compound. And you can see a lot of difference with a small account growing over time. Anyway, that's my content. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you like and subscribe if you learned something. And if you don't, give me another chance. And hopefully on the next one, you'll like what you see. All right, have a good one.